Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife, and I'm super excited about this video because this video is absolutely pointless. It really is.
It kind of really is, yeah.
And what I love about it is like, these are the kind of videos I feel like we made in the early days of LeggLife.
Yeah.
Where we would just like sit down and answer dumb questions.
Yeah.
I was at Barnes & Noble recently and I found this book, 3001 Would You Rather Questions. We've done so many would you rather, this or that videos here on our channel.
Yeah.
I do believe this is the most random one we've ever done.
Yeah, and so honestly, like we just kind of went through this book and just picked out 15 of them.
We didn't go through the book.
Random.
We went through like the first 3 pages.
Correct.
And
we
found
have a whole book.
Some of the most random questions we've ever answered before.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what we're doing. In this video, 15 completely random this or that questions.
Yeah. These really are just like the most random. They cover everything from like alien abduction to peanut butter and jelly. So we're really we're gonna dive right on in.
It's so dumb. And I'm so happy.
Yes.
Sherry, question number 1. You're gonna be the asker.
I'm gonna be the asker. I have them up here on my phone.
Okay, what do we got?
Would you rather
Yes.
be abducted by aliens
Okay.
or bitten by a vampire?
For me, I'm going abducted by aliens.
Okay.
I'm going abducted by aliens. I don't really have a good reason other than I'm more into aliens than vampires. And so like, if I'm going to be like taken and colonized somewhere, I'd rather it be with aliens.
Okay.
Okay?
I get to choose the vampire.
Okay, that is not appropriate in any way. And the answer is no.
I have a list.
It is a random vampire. It is a completely random vampire not on your list.
Dang it.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oof. I might want to do the aliens then.
Okay.
Yeah.
We both went aliens. As long as the vampire's not on Sherry's list, apparently. What is the next question?
Listen, would you rather live in a mansion in the middle of the desert?
Yep.
Or a shack in a tropical paradise?
This is where it's going to get a little difficult because in my mind, I'm thinking that, well, a mansion is going to have a pool, right? Like mansions have pools. And so I'm thinking about like, oh, a mansion, think of all the friends I could have over. A mansion is going to have AC. So a mansion could kind of be a like a fortress from the desert elements outside. So I am going mansion in the desert over shack in tropical paradise. Even though I would rather be in tropical paradise, I'd rather be in a mansion. Yes.
Okay. My brain immediately was like tropical paradise.
Right.
I don't care what it looks like.
Yeah.
Tropical paradise is where I want to be. But then I got to thinking.
Okay.
Mansions, I can probably have like a library.
Okay, yes.
And like a reading room.
Yep.
And it made it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah?
I think I might still go with the shack though.
Really?
Yeah, in a tropical paradise. I think I'd rather live small somewhere beautiful than to live big somewhere that I can't actually like go outside and enjoy.
That's a good argument. I'm regretting my decision.
Nope,
because
you already
but
made
I was gonna say because I made it. All
okay.
right.
Would you rather have unlimited first class plane tickets or unlimited meals at a restaurant?
This one is so hard for me. And at first, when I first heard the question, I thought first class plane tickets. But then I started to get really practical. And I started to think, okay, but think of how often you could eat for free and the money you could save doing so. Over the course of a life, you could probably buy first class plane tickets and then the places you flew to, like you could go to the nicest restaurants. And so I'm going to say just from a practical standpoint, free meals at restaurants over free first class.
Which is interesting because you're not usually the practical one in our relationship.
I am the least practical one ever.
Honestly, like that's a good argument.
Thank you.
I was gonna go with the first class, but I think that's a good argument. Of all of the money, especially because we do eat out a lot,
Yeah.
I think that if we could save all of the money instead of not spending it on food,
yes,
I think then we could still fly first class.
That's what I'm
pay
saying.
For it.
See?
Yeah.
Did I sway you?
I think maybe you did. You and your practicality, sir.
Those are words that have never been spoken in our entire marriage.
Ever in the marriage.
You and your practicality, sir. Wow. What's the next one?
Would you rather explore outer space or explore the ocean?
This is an easy one for me. This is very easy. I would rather explore outer space because the depths of the ocean terrifies me.
Same.
And I know that it's like maybe the depths of outer space. For some reason, the depths of outer space are not nearly as scary as the depths of the ocean.
I would agree.
When we are on a cruise and I stand there and I look down and I start thinking about the thousands of feet of nothingness below us and the unknown that exists past a certain depth, genuine terror.
I agree. I mean, I have a lot of fear about like outer space as well. But I do feel like, I mean, I don't even like to swim in the ocean.
That's because fish pee there.
Right, but I certainly don't want to explore the ocean.
It's true.
Ugh.
Yeah. Outer space for both of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We can do it together.
Oh.
Would you rather fight with a lightsaber or a sword?
A sword? We're pronouncing the W now. A sword. So at first I thought lightsaber because of the noise. It's just so cool.
Sure.
But here's the thing. There is nothing more manly and BA than a sword. Like, there is just something about a sword that is like, that is cooler than a gun. That is cooler than anything else. It's just like, if you show up at a duel, well, first of all, if you're getting into duels these days, good on you. But if you show up to one with like a sword, that's awesome. I just think that like there is something that is classic and timeless about that. Even though a lightsaber is a lot cooler. So I'm gonna go sword.
I'm going lightsaber.
Because?
Because I read a lot of Victorian novels.
Okay.
And they're always fencing and it's weird. And I'm just like, it's not like...
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think that it's very manly.
If you could...
to like fence.
Okay, well fencing is like... No, you're right. That's not manly. I'm talking like one of those
sword fight.
I'm talking about one of those giant King Arthur, like gigantic 8-foot like dragon slayer swords. Oh. Don't mock me. If you could choose any color lightsaber, what would it be?
Purple.
Okay. Well, you answered that very quickly.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
Duh.
Would
you rather be covered in peanut?
This is maybe one of the most random ones.
Would you rather be covered in peanut butter?
Yeah.
Or in grape jelly?
Okay, when we read this question in the book, we laughed out loud so long, we're like, we have to answer it.
Oof.
I want you to answer this one first, because I've been answering first. And here's what I want to say. This is a head to toe, hair, everything, covered in peanut butter or grape jelly.
I mean, here's my practicality speaking.
Let's hear it.
I'm going peanut butter.
Okay.
Because I feel like it would be better for my hair and my skin. And jelly is just like sugar. And it's going to be sticky and gross.
Yeah. So.
Although jelly might be easier to clean off.
Okay. This is my dilemma. And there's a story behind it.
Oh no.
When I was in my early 20s, I had a friend of mine, she had gum stuck in her hair. She got gum like really, really stuck in there.
And peanut butter.
That's what we heard was peanut butter. And so I had to basically cover her head in peanut butter and try to get it out. And I just remember how horrible that process was. Because this was not like a little gum. Like, I don't know what happened. She had a lot of gum stuck in her hair. And it took a lot of peanut butter. And I just remember how horrible that process was. But when I think of like how sticky my fingers get, if there's like a little bit of like jelly on the knife handle, and then I'm like my whole hand.
If that was your entire body.
But
it does rinse off.
It rinses off, so I'm going to go jelly over peanut butter. That's what
I might do that too.
No, you already decided. Sorry, you said peanut butter.
Oh, no.
Well, but what a combination.
Oh, cute. Okay.
I don't know why that's cute.
Would you rather, this would make us laugh too, drive a sports car, but never actually be able to go fast, or drive like a sedan, like a Nissan Versa, but go as fast as you want.
This is easy for me. A sports car, but never be able to go fast. Because I have driven a sports car at 30 or 40 miles an hour. I've also driven a Ford Taurus at 110. And I'm going to tell you, the sports car, way cooler.
So cooler.
At 30 miles an hour, the sports car beats the Ford Taurus every day.
I'm probably going to agree with you. Yeah.
It's such a dumb question, though.
It really is. Okay, would you rather control fire or water?
Ah.
I have an easy answer on this one.
You have an easy answer? So my thought is when I think about the earth and how much of it is made of water, being able to control water is better. I just poked myself in the eye. Also because if there is fire, water can extinguish it. And so I feel like being able to control water is better. Is that what you're going to choose?
Yes. Also water.
Same reason or?
Similar reasons. I just feel like fire destroys.
Oh.
And I don't want to like control something that destroys. I want to control something that gives life. Like water.
I have a question. Maybe this is me reading too many weird sci-fi books lately. If you could control water and humans are mostly water, would you be able to control people? Next question.
You're not allowed to read anymore. Okay. Would you rather be able to communicate only by barking or only by meowing? I also have a very good answer to this one.
So me, it's meowing because I have never been as annoyed at a cat's meow as I have a dog that just won't shut up barking. Like, there's times that Missy does this, like, yowl, like a meow, and I'm like, you sound like you're dying.
Right.
Like,
but
please.
usually if we're just like, okay, you're fine, then she stops.
Yeah, it's like, a meow is not nearly as annoying. But, like, if you hear a dog that is just like, oh my god, stop. Or, like, huskies, when they do that husky, like, yowl. Oh my gosh. So, I'm gonna go meowing.
Okay. I'm also gonna go meowing.
Okay.
Because cats are the better species anyway, but I feel like they have a whole language. Missy has different meows.
Sure.
But a dog's bark is a bark.
No,
a bark is a bark is a bark.
I don't.
A howl is not a bark. This says barking. It's not any noise that a dog makes. It's barking. But meowing, there's a whole spectrum of meows. I feel like you can say more.
Wow. Okay, I'm not even gonna. There's some battles in life that you say, you know what? This isn't a hill.
I'm not wrong.
This is a hill I'm not gonna die on. What's the next question?
Am I wrong?
I would have a differing view of certain things based on.
Do dogs have different barks?
I would say yes. I would say yes. That's where we would differ. I would say that a dog.
They have howls and they have whimpers and whatever, but a bark is a bark. Is a bark. Is a bark.
I don't know. I disagree. I think dogs have different bark. Here's what I want to know. Dog owners, in the comments below. Does your dog have a different bark? I think the answer is yes. We should move on before we need counseling.
Would you rather be struck by lightning or swept up in a tornado?
This is a hard one. It's what I've been thinking about. Can I ask a clarifying question?
Sure.
Do you survive or do you die? Like,
for me, either way, I would rather be struck by lightning.
Okay, because why?
Because it's instant. Either way, if it kills you or not, it happens and it's done. I just feel like if you're being, like, I've been in tornadoes. I've been swept up in a tornado, but I've been in tornadoes and they're terrifying.
Sure.
And I just feel like if you're, like, swept up in it, then you're, like, spinning around, you're being hit by debris or whatever, and then you're being crashed to the ground. And it's a whole thing. Like, whether you survive or not, being swept up in the tornado is not what's going to kill you. And, like, to me, that's terrifying.
I've been swayed. Because here was my initial thought. My initial thought was that if you survive both of these, being struck by lightning just sounds so horrible
Painful.
to me, right?
Right.
But you make a really good argument with the fact that lightning is a right? Whereas a tornado, it would be an entire stretched out, like,
am I going to die?
Time of terror.
Right.
That's true. I would rather have the instant.
Yeah.
Okay, lightning.
Yeah. Whether I survive or not, I just want the lightning.
Heck of an argument.
I know.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Okay. Next question. Would you rather...
Oh, gosh.
This one also made us laugh a little bit. Would you rather talk only in song or only in a whisper?
Okay, when I was reading these questions out of the book to Sherri, I read this question and she just started laughing.
Why did I laugh?
And I was like, why are you laughing? She was like, because you already only talk in song. Do I really do this?
How many songs do you make up a day?
A dozen?
On the low end. And it's really like you already talk in song. Like I love you so much. You're my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
You already do this, and it just made me laugh a lot. I think I would also probably prefer to talk in song than to only whisper.
Yes, I guess I don't know.
But mostly because I already live with somebody who only talks in song.
I guess I don't even get an answer because my life is my answer. Apparently song.
Oh, man. I love you.
Thank you.
Would you rather ride a T-Rex or fly on a pterodactyl?
Okay. Practically. I feel like...
You're getting very practical with these.
Well, yes. I feel like if you're riding on a T-Rex is a vicious, battle-hungry animal. And so if you're riding on a T-Rex, you're riding on something that is going to be engaged in lots of battles. So there's a lot of high chance that you're going to die. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you're riding on a pterodactyl, the pterodactyl is soaring above everything. Mm-hmm. Also, my favorite ride at California Adventure is Soarin'. And so I kind of feel like it would be just like Soarin' prehistoric era. So I'm going pterodactyl.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
I did not expect the clarifying question to be about the dinosaur question. What is your question?
Are these dinosaurs domesticated?
What kind of a question? No.
Am I riding on a T-Rex who will not be actively killing other dinosaurs?
No, that's not...
Am I just riding along on it? Or...
There's no pets.
Because then I would choose the T-Rex because I don't like Soarin'. I close my eyes through half of it.
Even in Jurassic Park, we couldn't tame them. We've seen how that movie plays out. We tried. They got out. The Claw pulled the electric fence. We watched it happen.
That's true.
Are they domesticated dinosaurs? You're ridiculous. What's next?
Oh, I actually have a really good... Okay, this next one. Would you rather have weird dreams every night or never dream again? I have a very easy answer with this one.
Well, then go ahead.
I am on a medication that gives me very vivid dreams. And they're weird.
Yeah?
And even in the dream, I'm just like, this does not make sense. I would rather never dream again. Because I feel like I wake up not rested because of how vivid my dreams are. And I've always had vivid dreams, even before I was on this medication.
Yeah.
I remember my dreams, like I have very vivid, weird, like nothing really makes sense. I know that I'm dreaming, but I can't get out of the dream. I don't really have like nightmares often, but like,
there's really vivid dreams.
They're just weird, and like things are off enough that I'm like, this is not real life. I would just rather never dream. I feel like I would sleep better if I didn't dream.
So the sleep argument is a very compelling one to me because I wasn't sure how I was going to answer this because I'm the same. I've always had ridiculously vivid dreams.
You wake up and tell me about them.
Not all of them. Like ridiculously weird vivid dreams to the point that it's like sometimes you wake up and it's just like, well, there's no going back to sleep now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like night's over.
And you don't feel rested.
No, and so that like I hadn't even considered that. And the thought of like if I took away all of my dreams, how much better would I sleep and how much more rested would I be? A ton.
A ton. I feel like I would sleep so much better and feel more rested if I didn't dream.
That's the answer for me
just rather
because of the resting. That is such a good argument. I hadn't even thought about that.
Yep. Okay. We only have 2 left.
Oh.
Would you rather have 15 minutes of fame or 30 minutes of wealth?
So I think for me it's going to be 30 minutes of wealth because I feel like fame fades. And at least with wealth, at least in the span of 30 minutes, y'all have seen what I can do in Target in 30 minutes without wealth. And so I feel like 30 minutes of wealth, you could make purchases and buy investments that would set you up for the rest of your life. Whereas fame fades.
Fleeting.
It's fleeting.
Yeah.
And so like at least with...
And shallow.
It's fleeting and shallow. And so at least with wealth for a short period of time, you could get things that could help you last the rest of your life.
I concur.
Oh, that was easy.
Easy.
Wow.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Would you rather be able to teleport or move things with your mind?
This one's not even a competition to me.
Same.
This is teleport.
Absolutely.
Like I don't even know the benefit of like moving things with mind. When I think about it,
it's just being lazy.
It's kind of like I'm thirsty, and I'm just gonna like.
Akio.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, get the wands down, nerd. Like Akio water.
Yeah. I love being different places. I hate traveling to different places.
Can you imagine?
I don't like the actual travel part of travel.
Yeah, like our trip we're getting ready to go on this next week. You are super excited for the trip, but like if you could just like wiggle your nose and be in New Orleans
and not do the flights.
Done.
Be in Fiji and not be on a flight for 11 hours.
And can you imagine?
Fantastic, please.
How different life would be if you could just do that on the weekend. Be like, where'd you spend the weekend? It's like, I was in Australia for the weekend.
Right.
It's like, what?
Went to Europe for the weekend.
Amazing. Yeah.
And not spend the entire weekend getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would much rather teleport.
Yeah, the moving stuff with your mind isn't really...
It'd be cool.
It's a cool bar trick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it impresses people at a bar.
Yeah, I'd rather be able to like teleport places.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Were there any answers I gave that surprised you?
I mean, you're practical.
Yeah.
The free meals versus the first class.
Really?
Yeah, that made sense. Yeah, you actually switched me because I was going to be all about the first class because I hate traveling.
You do? That's true.
And I much prefer traveling in first class the handful of times that I've done it because it's just so much more comfortable.
But all that money you save from not having to spend money on food ever?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
This was a ton of fun.
This was super random.
Here's the thing. You guys know we like vlog our life, vlog our travels, go on trips, do that kind of stuff. We bring you guys along for that stuff. I really love, I don't know, maybe you guys hate this, and honestly, I don't care because I love this stuff.
And here's the thing, honestly, like when he brought this home, we went through some of them just standing in the kitchen, and we were just like, oh my gosh, would you rather? And like, these are kind of conversations that we just have.
Yes.
Anyway.
This is what I love about it.
Because we're weird people.
Yes, this is like, just so you know, what you just witnessed has happened in our living room probably 50 times over the course of our marriage. Would you rather be able to shoot spaghetti out of your fingers or Jell-O? Just like random stuff like that. Does it matter? No.
And then we discuss because there's arguments for both.
No, spaghetti's clearly the only answer. There's not arguments for both. It's always spaghetti. But
one of the things in here that I'm going to give a little bonus one.
Okay.
Because it was like, would you rather have pencils for fingers or markers for toes?
What would you choose? Pencils for fingers or markers for toes?
I have clarifying questions. Are they colored pencils? Or are they just like number 2 pencils?
These are number 2 pencils on your fingers. These are colored markers on your toes.
Oh. Because I love a little color in my life.
Well, then toes it is.
But I also enjoy just drawing with like charcoal.
Okay.
And so if all I had was number 2 pencils, I could draw at least.
Yep.
Can I erase?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to figure out how to hold the eraser with your pencil fingers. But yeah, you youcan. It's so dumb, you guys. It is so dumb.
Right.
But we love this stuff.
Yeah, they're just silly. But we would also like to know your answers to some of these, to all of these questions that we have.
Was there anything that you like completely disagreed with us about? That you're just like...
I know that I probably got some haters from my cats are superior comment. I mean, I'm not wrong, but I know that there's some wrong people out there who think that dogs are superior.
I'm also curious about this vampire list. What is this vampire list? Friends, we love you guys so very much. We will see you on the next LeggLife video.